Hey y'all, we had a very exciting and tiring, but very rewarding weekend. And there are 2 new members of our farm now. So the first thing we did this weekend was process Wilson, the pig that we've been raising for meat. We will actually do a whole video just talking about that experience. But all in all, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot harder to do. Like the physical aspect of like breaking down a carcass into cuts of meat and all of that was not as bad as I thought. We still have Jackie. She is here. I'm going to be raising her for another month or so. Hey, big girl. Anyways, let's move on to the new additions. We drove down to Florida. Which both Georgia and Florida are on stay-at-home order. But because of what we were picking up, it wasn't breaking any rules for us to do this, just if you're curious. The way that this ended up working out was pretty interesting. A friend of mine and I were both interested in something that was for sale halfway between where both of us live, because I'm up in Georgia, she's down in Florida, so like right in the middle was a good meeting spot for us. Because we went to pick up something over there, but she also brought me something else. And honestly, I have to say that this thing I'm more excited about than the other thing we got. So let me introduce you to Pharaoh. So this is our new boy, Pharaoh. He is a Great Pyrenees. He's about 4 years old, and he's been working his whole life down in a farm in Florida. He's used to goats and pigs and rabbits and everything that we have here, so this was a really good place for him to come. Now, the reason that Pharaoh had to leave his farm was because he was at a farm where he was also with his brother. And if you don't know, having siblings work together isn't actually a very good idea. They say it's best to raise them together and all that stuff. However, it's really hard for them to focus on you or your livestock because they're concerned about each other. Now, that's not always the case. There are some situations where it just doesn't work out like that. But that's how it was for Pharaoh. He was more concerned about what his brother was doing. And while he's a good livestock dog, he has the potential to be great. So that's what we're hoping to happen here. We will be using the fairy training method. If you're interested in learning about that, there's actually a group on Facebook that you can look into. I'm in that group. That's where I get all of my training tips. That's where my friend does all of her training stuff. So check that out. Pharaoh, hey boy. So that is exciting new thing number 1. Now I'm gonna go show you exciting new thing number 2. Okay, I'm tying Pharaoh here in the rabbit barn because our new thing is a little skittish of him right now. So this is exciting new thing number 2. This is our new goat. She is an American Alpine. And her name is Aida. Hey, sweetheart. We gonna be friends? Not yet. Okay, we're working on it. Aida here is supposed to be bred to a Boer, which is a meat breed. However, she should be due like this month, and she looks really small. Now, it is possible that she is bred. I'm just gonna keep feeding her and keep her separated from our other girls just in case she goes into labor and has some babies for us. She is definitely a little on the shy side, but she doesn't know me yet. She doesn't know I am the food bringer and the treat giver, so I'm gonna give her some time. The reason I was really interested in her in the first place was because she was supposed to be bred. We've been going through the milk that we were getting from our 2 does. So I was like, all right, let's add in another one so I can start making cheese and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, well, if she's due very soon, she'll have babies, we'll be milking another doe. But once I met her and figured out that she may not be bred, I still just loved her so much, and it was a really good price, so we brought her on home. So before I mentioned that a friend of mine met me where I was picking up Aida to bring Pharaoh, because they also had a Boer doeling for sale, and they only had 2 goats, so I couldn't come get Aida unless the Boer doe was leaving too. And I didn't really want her. She had horns. I'm not looking to do a meat breed yet. Maybe in the future, but just we're not ready yet. And my friend was ready to get meat breeds, so it worked out really well. She met me there, she got that doe, I got this one, and Pharaoh came home. I gotta be honest, it is really weird having a goat with ears, since we haven't had one for quite some time now. So that was our weekend. We got a livestock guardian dog, we got a new doe, we processed a pig for the first time. Good boy. That was our big, exciting, productive, and honestly very tiring weekend. I'm looking forward to having this week to just like chill out. I might even take a nap. In order for me to get that nap, I'm gonna have to finish up this video. If you would like to get to know us on a little bit more personal of a level, a great way for you to do that is to check us out on Instagram. I post there on a daily basis. If not an actual post, then I'm updating our stories pretty regularly. And it's a great place to see things as they're happening, instead of on YouTube, where there's usually a little bit of a delay. If you liked hanging out in our little corner of YouTube today, please consider liking, sharing, or commenting down below. This just tells the YouTube algorithm that you liked this video and that it should show it to other people. And it's a really non-committal way of supporting us. Now, if you do feel like committing to us, a great way for you to do that is to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That just means you're gonna get a little pop-up that tells you whenever we put out a new video. Until we meet again, bye y'all.